let us begin. Last...
Yep.
Oh, do you want to do this?
No, please, take it away.
Last we left off, you all traveled through the Temple of the Timeless, where you met Time herself, and you watched her die. As she gave up her role of watching over time, and yet time seems to be stable. So, perhaps what you saw die was a future version of herself. Perhaps there's someone else who has taken over her mantle now that she has died. Or perhaps no one needs to watch over time. Perhaps time is independent, a force uncontrolled by the gods or whoever. Regardless, the fight was not without casualty, and unfortunately Rain did perish, only to be brought back swiftly by Helibor's Revivify?
Indeed. No one else has got it.
I was gonna say, I don't think anyone else has
saved our lives out there.
I know it's on the Paladin's spell list, but anyway. As you then made your way out of the temple, you found you found yourself within the Gamsai Isle once more. You, with no idea how much time has passed, you found a place to stay and set up camp. However, just before the crest of dawn, you were attacked by Damon, right hand of the Crest Hunt, and some vampires under his command. Mostly Ventarius vampires, who you recognize from the village on the Gamsai Isle. One of Damon's vampires struck down D-Ray, and Damon himself struck down Todd. However, luckily, the three remaining party members were able to fight back Damon and defeat him. Shortly after, Helibor received a message from her sending stone from Vanitas, who taunted her and told her that Damon was certainly not going to be happy, asking if perhaps she had been the one to strike him down. She said that she was, and that she was going to kill every single member of the Crest Hunt, and so he offered her assistance. He said to her that he is willing to help her, guide her to where she can find another independent, to where Death Repellent is going to be performing his ritual, telling her to find the town of Ive Asteria, for that is where Death Repellent will be performing his ritual in, I believe it was 3 days' time, with yet another deadline stacked on top of the party. Helibor swears vengeance on the Crest Hunt. As the sun rises above you on a new dawn, what do you do?
Die.
You already did that.
I guess I can retire that one, huh?
Yeah? You need to bring a new one in called Live.
actually a really good idea. Hold up. I'm down for live. Being the name. Wait, oh my god, I just read it.
What? Oh my fucking god.
You should name your character Liv, Tabby.
I believe what we kind of left off on, is Celebora cried for a few hours about it, had one of her big ol' fits, and is now... There is a thing, I wanted her to do with, D-Ray real quick.
Okay.
Not for fun, for keeping them.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Wrong campaign.
I literally didn't hear you.
You approach the unmoving body of the woman whose crest courses through your veins.
Unfortunately. She approaches, slowly and, walks up beside her body and, sits down. She kind of just stares for, a minute, and then reaches into her bag and pulls out her book. She flips to her first page of names and she will write D-Rays back in. She closes it and returns it to the bag and kind of just stares at her for another minute before...
As a note, before you continue on, within this world there is a type of rose called a D-Ray.
Oh, it's like you read my fucking mind, Talon. Goddamn. Okay then.
This is Hellboy's thing.
Yeah, you're right. It was totally unexpected if I were to plant something. That would have been like out of left field. Noted. First though, she speaks up quietly. I will also note, by this point, she has... I imagine this is whenever she stopped crying and she kind of got up. She has put Todd's hat on and she's not taking it off until she sees him again. This baby's glued. She is, as she kind of stares at her, she speaks up. I am so sorry, Dee, that it had to be this way. I don't think I'll ever forgive you. Not truly. What you did was truly unforgivable. What you did to your dad, what you did to my dad, is not something that I can forgive. But what you went through was so much worse, so much more than it ever should have been. I am so sorry. I can't even begin to imagine what you must have felt like in there, alone, for so long. None of the the things I'm sure you loved, like me, you know, the plants, the animals, none of it. It's... I can't bear to even think about it. Wherever you are right now, it has to be better than that. I know that the peace of death has to be better than that. I hope wherever you are that you are finally at peace. Somewhere with so many of your favorite things. Somewhere with an open sky and the light of the moons and all of the things that you didn't get for so long.
There's a faint, not faint, quiet caw, and you notice a crow kind of perched next to where her body lies, looking up at you as you talk, studying you.
Hellebore just kind of looks over and meets its eyes and smiles, a sad smile, but a smile nonetheless. And she'll she'll reach out if it will lit it and kind of just like start to give it some pets
It will
as she continues talking.
It'll kind of butt its head into your hand.
The smile grows larger. How to cheer up Elaport 101.
Animals.
Yes. She thinks for a moment. You know what? I don't see a reason why she wouldn't. She's cryptic answer or not. She's going to do speak with animals. And unlike the normal ways that she greets animals, which is like, "Hello, best buddy ever," she'll just quietly speak up. You can't tell me where she's going, can you?
The crow looks up to you, and it kind of clears its throat before it caws back in response. The soul transfers beyond life and beyond death, just as with her brothers and sisters. She sees not a life that you will ever know.
Probably for the better. Yeah. I don't think I could handle it. Take good care of it, okay?
Her soul will know bliss, as will all who follow and all who perish.
She will kind of look back over to the body and speak up again. I suppose it's only fitting that I plant something for you, of course. I guess here is as good of a place as any. I don't really know where you would have wanted it. There were so many things I wanted to ask. I never even got to ask your favorite animal. Now that I think about it, that just hit me. Okay, it'll have to be here. This is as good a place as any, I suppose. I hope it's okay. She'll druidcraft a D-ray seed in her hand and kind of just beside her head, she will. Honestly, I imagine if there's like any blood that has kind of like trailed off onto the ground, she will kind of scoop under the blood that has fell to plant the seed, like directly under that.
Okay. I do need a yes or no on the question that I sent you, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. You lay the seed into the dirt, packing it as you have done so many times before. Perhaps you channel some of your magic to accelerate its growth a little bit as you look down towards the seed. Rain, Talzin, as you look upon her, this seed being pushed into the ground as she looks towards it mournfully, you begin to see a faint glow. Green, that rapidly grows around her and flashes outwards with a burst of divine energy. And as you divert your eyes instinctually, and as you glance back, you see glowing in front of her the crest of D-Ray, brighter than you have ever seen it before, and her eyes seem to faintly glow. Hellebore. Can you pick 3 things to learn about from the Commune with Nature spell?
Ooh. Heck yeah. Boop-a-doo-boo. I think that she will try to pick up on I think since she doesn't really know this is happening, what's on her mind is probably animals, specifically specifically the wolf. I feel like she really wants to see it. Peoples, because of all of the dead Ventarius, and kind of wondering if any made it out, and then powerful undead, because she's still afraid they might be around.
You feel this power course through you, almost as if activating on instinct. You see the crest glowing before you as you feel wind blowing around you. Some of the plants kind of sprout around you, and as your hand is pressed into the ground where the D-Ray seed is beginning to sprout, you sense the presence of quite a few animals. Most prevalently, you sense a pack of dire wolves towards the peak of the mountain at the center of this island. As for people, weirdly enough, the spell draws your attention to yourself. To Rain and to Talzin. But you do sense others as well. Other people that the spell draws your attention to, distantly in the direction of the village. But they are alive. As for undead, there are 4 that you sense. The crow stood next to the body. Rain. A presence very near to you. And another crow that you can see in the distance. Instinctively, turning around towards the presence near to you, you see a gathering of feathers. Crow feathers. As they swirl about 6 feet. And then a familiar face. Pale-skinned, blonde-haired, with a katana on his belt. He glances between D-Ray and you before Kira speaks. I did not believe we would ever see each other again.
Okay, I just want to remind you that Halibor does not know who this is, because last time whenever he, like, showed up, I was so angry about it, because, like, I wanted to have her be like, let me pet your crows, but, like, she was having a breakdown the entire time, like, where, like, she didn't even see the dudes. So she just kind of, like, blinks, well, okay, she startles, first of all, like, like, when she senses undead and then something coming, like, she's like, oh no, I'm fucking dead. So, like, she definitely startles, but obviously, seeing that this is, I assume, not a vampire.
He does not appear to be. He is standing in direct sunlight.
Okay. She kind of loosens and tilts her head a little bit. Wait, have I met you?
Depends on your definition. We've stood in the same room once before, but I don't think you were in a state of stability. Your friend. His gaze turns to Rain. He would be dead if it were not for me. I chose to spare him when it was his time to leave.
Oh my gosh, you're the crow guy! Oh, I'm so glad you came back! I meant to thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Rain's amazing, and I'm, like, really glad that you chose to do that. That was great.
He gives you a soft smile as he says, I simply did not want to intrude on the writings of fate. As he kind of holds up a hand, you see the crow in the tree nearby flies over and lands on his wrist. He kind of scritches the crow behind the ears before looking down towards D-Ray's body. I knew her once. I fought her during the War of Heroes.
Oh, there's like a, like, oh shit, yeah, man, you're on the good side, like, look in her eyes, and then a, oh no, like, you know who else was? Dad. You know who isn't here? Dad. Like, you can kind of see, like, the bellow of emotions. That she like literally shakes herself hard like a dog, and then just kind of looks up. Oh, Okay, if I may put a word in, she was, like, going through something, really, really bad when we stumbled upon her, like, so totally bad. Like, you know, like, suffering, like, tenfold, thousandfold, millionfold, highest number you can think of fold. So, like, please don't take her anywhere too bad. Please?
It is not my job to determine where she goes. I am simply her escort. However, I can assure you that, just as with the other council members, even though they betrayed the gods, it is only the nature of things to rebel against their creators. The council members, those who have died, have their own form of afterlife. Now that your father is no longer with you, I wish to tell you a secret. His attention turns to Rain as he says, "You can come here as well."
The entire time, Rain's been kind of just like leaning up against a tree, watching Hellebore and these interactions, flipping a coin between his fingers. He will walk forward, though. Nothing. He seems to be in a nonchalant mood. Chime says nothing's affected him.
The god of death, Aurelius, only ever had one child. I believe your father thinks that I am Naru, eldest crow of Aurelius. But that is not the case. There is one person who holds more authority within the crows than Naru. And it was me. Kira is not my actual name, but I have been going by it so long, I do not recall the last time I heard anyone speak my given name. But if you were to ever look for my name in the history books, look for the name Obero, son of Aurelius, general of Mortem. I have many regrets from that war. If I were to travel back with the knowledge I have now, I would not have picked a side. Because death is not meant to pick a side. Death is not meant to choose who to favor. Not even death's own son. Death is meant to be blind, indiscriminate. And that is a lesson I had to learn the hard way. And it is a lesson you too need to learn. Both of you. His eyes flit over to Rain especially. But most importantly, that running away from death, be it your own or the reality of others, will only make it hurt more.
Rain says nothing and just like narrows his eyes. Not quite a glare, but just like a
Hellebore, she was patiently waiting, like at the like reveal of who this is. Like, you can see, like, she almost grew in height. Like, she, like, perked up, like, awe, like, had to, like, slam at the hand over her mouth to not, like, squeal. But by the end of this, like, she just shrunk down. She, in her mind right now, she's like, motherfucker, he saw me revivifying! Like, there's the, I'm not a necromancer, I promise, like, she's just kind of staring down.
Do you have any advice on how we might be able to take down a lot of undead?
He pauses, and he says, "The Crest Hunt, they cling to life long past their expiration date. I am a patient man, as my father was. I am not the sort to chase someone down. But they have evaded me, evaded my father, for far too long. As for a means of exterminating them, I do not know."
Then, how about this? Do you have any inside information, anything, any knowledge at this point would help us about the ritual that they've been involved with? Something that could give us an edge in stopping it.
He thinks again before he says, "I do not know how to stop the ritual, but what I can say is that you mustn't allow it to come to pass. The only reason I have allowed vampires to exist unimpeded within this world is because of the weaknesses that Mortem put in place when he first created the Crest Hunt. This ritual intends to tear away every last one of those weaknesses. And unfortunately, in your father's desperate attempt to rescue you and Rain, he made it easier for them, wiping away one of the rules. They can now afford to screw up once with this ritual.
So we have to stop too, then.
Indeed. The ritual intends to tear a hole into the Shadowfell. And once that has been done, the energy of the Shadowfell leaching into our world, into the material plane, Morlina will gain the abilities of her predecessor and the ability to tear away all of the rules. Or whoever completes the ritual.
Is it possible, instead of, since this ritual is so difficult to stop, could we perhaps have someone on our side complete it? And not have ending consequences? If we were able to sneak someone in to be the person who completed it?
Whoever completes the ritual would have to be a vampire. And more importantly, they cannot be Morton. If you can find someone who fits that description, then when the final ritual comes, if they manage to complete it instead, then perhaps that may be worthwhile. You could also simply wait until the final hurdle and stop them at the climax of it all. Because they will only have one shot at the final ritual.
What do you mean by that?
I mean the conditions required in order to perform the very last of the rituals. The 10th and final ritual, the one that is meant to give the power to the one who completes it, are only met once every 1,000 years.
That wouldn't be stopping it, that would just be delaying it for future generations.
True. But
Also, weren't you the one that just said we need to stop 2 of these rituals, not
you need to stop
one?
2 of the set-up rituals in order to make the one impossible within this cycle. Either 2 of the smaller rituals leading up to the final, or the final ritual itself.
I at least intend to stop as many of them as I can. We already know where the next one is going to be, so that's yeah. Yeah, you should like definitely totally your crows that had to work overtime if everything works out the way that isn't us dying in Ivisteria in 3 days. Yeah.
He gives a soft smile to you, Helivor, as he says, "Daughter of the Reaper, I entrust the task of stopping this hunt to you. But more importantly," his eyes flit over to Rain, "I entrust the safety of Azius to all of you." His eyes then land on Talzin.
He wasn't called over, so I imagine he's just like fiddling with like a stick or some shit.
He's looking at the loot that he found.
He called Rain over to Helivor for secret stuff, and Talzin was just like not there, so he's just like in the back corner somewhere, like fiddling with shit.
I just love like just this dude like, "I entrust the world to you," looks at sad cat girl like on the ground like trying to pet the crows the entire time. Edgy teenager flipping a coin, lizard playing with a stick.
He isn't gonna stare. That's rude. He's trying to keep himself occupied.
When Talzin is looked at, though, Rain does glare, finally breaking glare at him.
I fucking knew it. There it is.
Not a Talzin, though.
I thought it was glaring at Talzin. My bad.
Yeah, Kieran. Not
Kieran! Someone go tell Kieran he's in deep shit. Someone tell Kieran he's in deep shit with Ayla.
no.
As he kind of looks between you, he then speaks up, intentionally loud enough that Talzin can hear as he says, I can sense the world is changing. And soon my understandings will be outdated. But promise me something, all of you.
Like perks up and looks over.
Do not, whatever you do, allow the past to catch up to you.
And just what do you mean by that?
You'll see. In due time, you will see. Unfortunately, his attention turns to something the rest of you can't see, his eyes lingering near to D-Ray's body, but up above it, as he says, I have a soul to escort. I apologize. I must be making my leave now.
Thank you for your help.
He begins to reach out a hand, but then stops as Rain starts to speak, looking over at Rain. No.
And that's not something to say lightly.
No. Thank you. I do not know why, I do not know when, I do not know where, but someone of high importance decided that you were important enough to spare. He continues to reach towards something above D-Ray's body, as if offering a hand. He seems to wrap his hand around nothing. And were you saying something, Tori?
Yeah. I was just, first of all, Helibor has like been anointed with a holy task. Like that's what she looks like. Like she is taking this so extremely seriously. Like she looks a little overwhelmed. She will childishly begin to kind of like wave. What was his like name that he said that like no one had called him in forever?
Obero.
Okay. She Helibor is a sweet, nice person. She will kind of start waving like all four hands. Bye bye, Obero. Oh, whoop, I said it. Haha, hasn't been thousands of years now. Bye. Thank you.
He smiles at that and he says, thank you. Check your camp. I've left a gift for you. And before you have a chance to respond, there is a flurry of crows that erupt from beneath his cloak that quickly surround him and D-Ray's body and then quickly disperse, and he is gone. And it almost feels like eyes that had been watching you have also faded.
Rain will take this moment to turn and look at Helibor. With a small smile, I'll just say, let's go see what he left.
Wait, I'm sorry, what did you say? It completely flew over my head.
Rain, giving a Helibor a small smile, will just say, come on, let's go see what he left us.
Helibor has like, almost like after like a job interview, like she is just like slumped, like she was on her best behavior. She was trying to act like a responsible person, like I have to act cool in front of cool dude, and like has just kind of deflated since then, but flicks an ear and looks back over to Rain. So just for just for like understanding, is it like, as she looks at Rain, is it like visible like in her eyes now? Is that still there?
Yes. Rain, as you look at her, there is a faintly, like, her pupil is effectively been replaced by the crest of D-Ray.
Oh, whoa.
As you look into her eyes, which, just as a reminder, this is the crest of D-Ray.
That is an interesting pupil. Sorry, that sounds so mean. But no, Rain is actually not gonna mention it.
Oh no! Oh no! Guys, you think Heliport ever looks in a... Okay, true. I was about to say, like, Heliport is actually gonna have a meltdown. Fuck hell. She doesn't look in mirrors. She doesn't look... Heliport not looking in mirrors now because she wants to, like, live out her fantasies of being, like, Todd and not... She hates she can see herself.
Oh my god, that is
Oh my god. She just smiles then and kind of nods. Obviously thinking whatever happened with her magic was just like, you know, some weird like fluke or something. And will stand up and go join Rain and looking for whatever.
Rain will let Helibor actually do the vote circle for this. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Tate.
No, that's fine. I'm just mentioning that Talzin's just quietly following behind you too.
Okay. As you approach the camp, you don't immediately see anything that jumps out at you as a gift until you hear a caw, and your attention flits over to a crow. It sits
Oh my god.
watching you curiously. Helibor, how long does Speak with Animals last?
Oh, it lasts 10 minutes? I don't imagine it's been 10 minutes.
I don't imagine so. As the crow looks between the three of you, and it calls again, which you are able to understand, Helibor, as it says, "Greetings, friends."
Hi! Please tell me, please tell me you're the gift. Are you the gift? Do I get a crow friend? A permanent crow friend?
It calls again, which you hear as, "The Master of Death has asked me to remain behind with you."
Heliport. Oh my god. Like, I, like, the tears. How are you, how can someone make so many tears? The world may never know. But, like, they, like, start to flood again. And she just smiles, like, ear to ear in just absolute joy. She, like, squeals. No way. No way. What's your name?
It kind of tilts its head in your direction as it says, before it responds, do I do it?
Sure.
Do it.
My
Uh,
God.
As it responds, you can call me Para.
Let's go!
Oh no!
Let's
Oh,
fucking
God.
go!
Amazing.
Okay, it's now
Oh
canon.
no!
Get it again.
Well, this does mean that Para died twice, so.
That's fine. Hera is
Um.
back. My Goral.
Halibur eagerly nods. Hera. I'll think of a pun for it eventually. Don't worry. I'm so glad to have you with us. Or like you're staying?
The master has asked me to lend our services to you.
Oh, what are your services other than being cute and perfect and adorable and amazing?
It kind of tilts its head for a second before it continues and says, at night, if you leave an offering, I can cleave soul to body once more for those who have been lost recently.
We have a Withers. Let's fucking go.
I can also
Like, I'm
search for the soulless with another offering. And lastly, as per the command of the Son of Death, I will bring you an offering every morning.
Oh my. Like, how? Oh my goodness! Like, what kind of offering do we need to give you to like bring people back? That's a huge thing. I mean, that's amazing. Rain gets in a lot of trouble a lot of times, but that's useful.
The crow kind of tilts its head for a second, as it says, it's a mere matter of coin. Leave behind enough for the diamond, and a little bit extra. Which, for the sake of mechanics, for 300 gold pieces over the course of a long rest, the crow can revive someone who died during the previous day, so long as you have the body with you during the long rest.
guys. This just means that Rain can now fireball everyone in the party.
No.
Notably-
That's not what that means.
Notably, the crow can only revive one person each night.
Okay, so we could just take turns.
My God.
I'm sorry. Let's be honest, Rain's gonna be the one needing this most.
It's just Rain like hauling dead bodies to this crow, like burnt to crisps. Halibur, eagerly nods. What's the soulless portion of it?
The crow smiles slightly and says, with an offering, a larger offering, I can search for an entity that bears no soul. I can bring you information about their whereabouts. It takes time, though. Which, mechanically, that is, if you offer the crow 600 gold, they can search for one entity that does not have a soul of your choice, which takes 3 long rests for it to do. During that time, the crow will not return to your camp, and thus the other services will not be available. When the crow returns, they will give you information on where the soulless entity is, and what they have been doing recently.
Which means we get information on Todd, right? That is expensive to find information on Todd. Oh my god.
Oh. Okay, so like, there's no way Helibor wouldn't immediately jump on that.
Oh no.
But I'm also like, Tabby, my girl wants to play someone else.
Here, I will paste the,
Information though, so, like,
Like I will say, 600 gold and 3 long rests does not seem like a high price to pay.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I have put the information in campaign info with the exact rulings and wordings on the 3 services that it can provide.
600 gold is a lot though when you're broke.
It also says they can't leave the material plane.
Okay. That is.
But we'd still jump on that, I feel. We would be wasting
I still feel like you guys would waste the gold on that just to find out he's not there.
I feel like we would because, we don't know that. And Todd.
Yeah. Like, I don't
that's
see
what
any
I'm saying.
way that,
I feel like you guys
Helibor
would do that.
Yeah, no, like, absolutely. Like, I mean, Helibor, like, turns and just fucking, like, you see, like, the pure, like, hand your gold over to Rain look.
Oh boy, I don't know how much gold Rain has. Oh no. Give me a moment. Rain's about to fucking break the bank with this one. I don't know if he has enough. Fuck. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go check the character sheet. I really hope he stole enough from Fernick. It's not Rain, but that is someone else I'm quite interested in. Me trying to figure out which Rain character she is the one I'm using.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, guys. Okay. You. This is unfortunate, but Rain would do it because Rain is that type of person. Immediately, like, the crow is still actively speaking when Rain is out there counting out coins, and you see him, Helibor, count out 89 gold coins, pocket those, and hand the rest of the coin bag over. It's not all in gold, but will this work?
The crow kind of leans forward, hefts the bag. I assume this totals to 600?
Yeah. Rain's broke now, though.
As the crow hefts the bag, there's a black magic that kind of, like dark mist that encompasses the bag for a moment, and then it is gone, as the crow says, "Who shall I seek tonight?"
Dad. Please.
The crow nods, and says, "I will return when I have scoured the entire plain for any information on the whereabouts of Mortem von Zarovich." As the crow flies off.
Helibor is on cloud 9, guys. Like, she has a crow familiar. Like, she saw, like, cool edgy crow dude. She thinks that, like, I'm gonna get Dad back. She's happy right now. We'll see how long it lasts.
Right.
But,
This is so fucked up. So we have, like, no gold now.
when they get back and they're like, he's not here. Helper still won't think that he's dead. Like, she has faith. Like, she knows. He'd probably go somewhere cooler than the material.
It's just too good for it, honestly.
um, she kind of very happily will kind of like look over to the others. So we should like probably get going still, right?
First, we need to make sure that we gather up anything that could be of use. I saw you're already working on that talisman.
Pardon?
You were gathering supplies, or at least looking into them.
He like holds this stick in his hand. It's like, no. I mean, I
No.
looked through the bodies, but they didn't really have anything on them.
Mm. Honestly, at this point, anything that they have will be of use. We are kind of strapped right now. Rain will take this opportunity to go over and double check Thousand's work.
What do you mean?
Rain is going to each of the piles and bodies and just like anything that they have aside from clothes. But if the clothing looks cool, he'll take like the outside layer.
Okay. Roll investigation for me.
Investigation. Okay. One momento. I'm putting ketchup in my ray.
Hang on. While you're rolling that, I'm gonna step away for half a second. I gotta grab something from the other room.
Okay. You guys have the rest of dinner. I have T&D. Talon said roll investigation, right, guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, investigation.
Oh, welcome back, Talon. Alrighty. Investigation. Hmm. I swear, guys, I totally didn't just get to my desk to roll investigation. That's not me. I've got such a little area. That's going to be a 22. Wait, is this it, right? Oh. Oh, Rain has a good investigation.
Alright, hang on.
I'm about to switch over to my computer as well, so hang on. Ooh.
Okay. You've already scoured most of the useful items from the bodies. But you do find curiously, where Damon vanished from, you do see a ring. A small ring, gold, with a very curious design of what seems to be a hummingbird made of various gems sat atop it.
Rain is going to be a sneaky boy, and he's going to pull out like a small rag, throw it over the ring, and pick it up, pocketing it.
Okay.
He's not dumb enough to touch this with physical contact.
Understood. You slip the ring into your pocket. But besides for that, everything of note has been taken.
Okay. Rain will stand up and look to the other two. All right. Talon,
Yes.
really quick. God, DM. Rain, while Helibor was doing the ritual practices and everything, Rain would have been trying to calculate how long will it take for them to get to where the ritual is supposed to take place.
You guys would be about here, so it's about from where you are on the Gemsai Isle, it's about a give or take 6-hour walk to the edge of the isle, and then like an hour swim to the beach, assuming you use the same method that you used to get there. So that's about half a day. And then from the beach to Ivasteria, it's another day, so it's about a day and a half total. Here, actually, why don't I do this?
And how long does it take to get from Contra City to our destination?
From Contra City to your destination would be about 3 days travel.
Fuck. So we're not able to make it to Rain's place.
It would be even more if you followed the road all the way.
How far away is Pearl Sight from?
Pearl Sight from Ivasteria is about a day's travel.
Okay, God, this is gonna be a bit silly. Would Rain know of any place to get explosives in either city? No.
Oh god, here we go.
It didn't start with soap, guys.
Roll history, I guess.
I mean, you know, explosives are useful. History... Where is history? It's gonna be 17.
You can buy, like, Fireball and Glyph of Warding scrolls from the Cape Coral Academy Library in Contra City.
City.
But there's not much in the name of gunpowder in the Callus Kingdom. Most gunpowder or other explosives have to be imported from Asunia or from mainly the Wisenian Empire, actually.
Okay.
I do think Elibor would kind of pull Rain aside for a moment and kind of just look at Talzin. If we're going to be bringing him along, should we just tell him everything?
I don't even know if we should bring him along all the way, Helibor. He's just a kid. I think what we should do is We tell him some stuff. If he still wants to come with us, then we tell him everything. But it needs to be his choice. We can't just force someone into potential death. Because, well, we can. That makes us no better than them.
It's obvious by Helliper's look that she's she's still very much on the like Todd's thought process of he knows too much. But she just kind of nods along with that, and she'll kind of turn to Talzin and call out, Talzin, are you okay? Like with all of this?
I mean, I guess it's better than what I was in before.
You
Kind of. Depending on how you're looking at it, I guess.
Rain is going to take this moment to approach Talzin. It's probably a bit of a quick approach, so it might be a bit scary.
He's like taking a couple steps back. It's like,
upon,
oh fuck, what do I do?
upon noticing this, Rain will kind of slow and hold his hands up. What we're going to be doing is going to be very dangerous. You could get hurt or worse. If you want, we can set you up somewhere where you can be safe and away from all this. But it's your choice.
So I either go back and probably get captured and then hurt or worse killed, or I go with you guys and get possibly hurt or worse killed.
Go back.
I think
No.
I think I'll stick with you two.
No, I won't send you back to wherever you came from.
Yeah, but they'll find me if I'm not moving constantly. That's how that works.
Hey,
No one's gotten out before.
well, I think it might help if we at least disguise you a bit if you're that highly wanted.
Talzin,
Sure.
where are you from? Who is it that's after you?
He just like kind of tries not to answer while like acting like he's trying to answer. Like he mutters a couple things and then goes to, like say something and then immediately kind of like bites his finger or something to not say anything out of like fear, pretty much.
Aww.
Like Hellebore gives like an instinctual almost like a sad dog whine at that. But she doesn't want to press after everything dude's already been through, like in the everything we've drug him through so far.
He's had a pretty eventful past couple weeks.
She'll just kind of nod. Bless you.
Bless you.
Real quick, Talon, I imagine I know you said after we left the temple, like we didn't technically know how much time had passed, but I feel like Helliber has gotten very good at knowing, like, based on like the moon phases, like how close like the next new moon is and whatnot. Would she have been able to kind of tell like where we're at?
Yes.
Lots of us, it's been 3 days.
She would have. It's funny you say that.
Oh no!
The Chaos new moon is tomorrow night.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Alrighty.
Which also means that you were in that temple for, like, a day.
Okay. Yeah, Hellebore, definitely kind of looks over at Rain then. I think we should probably tell. I mean, it's just the three of us until Dad comes back. I feel like, I mean, if he's going to be with us, we might as well say everything. I'm not gonna be able to hide tomorrow anyways.
When you say tomorrow, Rain kind of like perks up from what he's doing and like turns around to face Hellebore. Ah, tomorrow then. Which are we gonna have it easy or?
No. It's chaos. Which means we really should get more chains. I wanted to switch them out every time now.
Rain will he stills when you mention that it's the chaos one, and he just gives a smile, slight nod. Right. Would you? It's a little bit of a walk, but would you rather we stay on the island while? Wait, it's tomorrow night, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'd lose too much time. Rain would not suggest that, actually. Then I guess we can get moving, but I don't know where we can necessarily get chains in time. I'll try to figure something out. In the meantime, Talzin, come here. Let's see what we can do for you.
I'll anxiously approach.
First of all, is Talzin injured?
Yes.
Okay, Rain will kind of signal for Hellebore to approach. Do you think you're able to fix him up a bit? And for context, Rain himself is a little beaten up and battered up. Like, Rain does not look great either.
If we're gonna story time, like catch Talzin up, like just for the sake of simplicity, we can say we like short rest, but yes, like
Yeah, you
in
can.
favor, Halivor is going to like be licking everyone while this is going on.
You can mark down a short rest if you would like.
Slurp. Oh boy, I get to use something I never used before. Gain recovery.
That's wild. Holy moly.
Guys, we can now fireball 2 more times. Before... how much do you lick us? Also, how do hit points work?
You can choose to expend any number of hit die, roll those, add your con mod, and you heal that much.
So basically, Rain's going to be able to heal a lot, most of his health, if not all, from this.
If you want to, yeah.
Do hit die have any other purpose, guys? Like, this is one of those areas I'm not very familiar with.
Not typically. Some class features and some spells utilize them, but they are very few and far between.
Okay, so that's going to be 6. I'm going to mark that as... Hellebore might not have. Can we say that, like, the reason why Rain is healing so much is because Hellebore licks him?
Sure.
Because I still want licks. Rain still wants the licks. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Okay. I used up all the hit dice, and that healed up Rain perfectly. He's back to full. Brain has no more hit dice, though.
Okay, well, you do get those back on a long rest, so.
Did you know rules is written you only get half of them back on a long rest?
Really?
Yeah, you get half of your levels back on long rest.
I did
Damn.
did not know that.
I didn't either.
Where'd you learn it?
You just pulled that out of your ass.
No, I learned it, and then I was immediately like, Jason, we have been playing Bastard entirely wrong.
Oh no. So we do story time and take our long rest, and during that,
Not
Rain
a
is
long
going to make
rest.
short rest. My bad. During that time, Rain is going to ensure that everyone in the group gets healed up, put back together, and Rain will let Hellebore do most of the storytelling, to be honest. Maybe pitching in here and there. But while he's doing this, he will be focusing his attention on Talzin. Basically helping switch out some clothes, clean Talzin up a bit. And at one point during story time, Rain would interrupt and ask, "What's your favorite color?"
The moment Talzin is asked anything about anything he enjoys, he does not have an answer. He does not know.
Then, with that being the case, Rain will be unclipping his book and pulling that out. He flips to a page near the back where you can see a wide array of colors just like scrawled out everywhere. And he's gonna kind of show it and be like, "Which one of these would you like?" You can pick two if you want.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring up like a color swatch thing.
Or as many as you want, honestly. Also, very notably, there is going to be a entire page that is dedicated to Fernix's shade of red.
That's wild.
He's been collecting.
It's just like each different like color of his scale, like each different thing is just kind of there. I was thinking that where it's like it's yellow for his horns and all that jazz. It's just like a deconstructed color, like lineless painting of Fernic. It's almost like a fucking Picasso painting.
Oh my god.
He's probably a little more like he probably kind of leans towards more like golds and dark blues and maybe like crimsons.
Rain is going to colorize Fernic.
Fernic! Oh no!
Talzin, fuck my... Wrong one. If only we had the better dad.
Currently, you have neither of the dads.
True. Rain will colorize Talzin, though. If Talzin, like, somewhere along the process decides they don't like a color or they want to change it somewhere else, Rain will allow any changes. So congrats, Tay. That's two of your characters I've fucked up.
Need to get new Talzin art. Alright. Where's Kieran's DMs?
Look, Kieran understands what that's like.
I just bought a thing. I can't get more art for a bit.
Coward.
You want to guess how much I spent?
600?
Less.
Oh, okay.
Not by much though.
500?
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, Talon pretty spot on. Like it's like 508 or some shit.
Fun.
God damn.
It's a
I do think that unless Rain like stops her, she's gonna spill the beans on everything. Like I'm just I'm not gonna go through this because she will literally say everything. Like she will give like recap of like basically like like time like everything that's happened to Hellebore like in the campaign. Like, oh, mother died, I went here, we went there, met dad, met Rain, met Fernic, like everything.
Rain would allow some things to be kept secret, mainly about Nyx and what Rain's organization is, though.
Because Rain wants to talk about it.
Later, though, not right now. I have a knife.
Cool.
It's a Valorant knife, though. It's a cheap replica. You gotta say more than just cool. Sorry, that's way off topic. I'm gonna put the knife
Womp
down.
womp.
All right. Does Talzin react to any of these news?
He for the most part probably just sits there like just kind of like absorbing everything, and then yeah, there's probably like a couple things he'll like have different reactions to, like the times the time where Rain died. Absolutely, he'd be like, oh god, that wasn't the first time. Oh lord, oh jeez, oh no. Why is this a regular occurrence? Stop dying, please. Like that type of stuff. Anything like outwardly either like positive or negative, he'd have a reaction to, but probably most things he probably is kind of like relatively neutral to.
After 1 second, I need to real quick put something down. That way I don't forget about it. Can we just? That's not where I need to do this. Where the fuck's Rains? Am I blind, or does Rain's Rain's channel just gone? DM. What the fuck?
You're blind. Rain and Harbor still exists.
Where the fuck is it?
Oh! Wait. You don't have access to it, because...
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, God.
You're welcome.
You should totally make it to where this God is cruel role has access to it. You know, keep up with their bit.
I mean, I don't normally need to, is the thing.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. And with that, Rain, once Fernic is fully disguised, Rain will...
It's Fernic is fully disguised.
That's twice now, I'm so sorry. My bad, Tate, my bad. I'm not used to having this kid in the party.
This kid, damn.
Don't worry, he'll be loved soon. Rain will gather up the other two and, well, start their venture, their journey to the beach.
Okay.
There is actually, as Hellebore is, you know, like kind of giving all of this, she's been thinking of an idea that's been like brewing kind of in the back of her mind for like a little bit. And I think she would probably want to mention as soon as possible. Well, now that Talzin knows everything, she won't keep quiet about it, but she will she looks conflicted, like as they start to kind of get up, and I imagine they're still walking, like as she's saying this, but she will kind of turn to Rain. Rain, I'm not saying it's a definite, but I had an idea of something we could do.
Rain will kind of glance over. And the look he gives is like a, go on, continue.
So, you heard what Crow Guy said about, I... How do I say this? Rain, what if you became a vampire? And then you could get all the power, and then not only that, but like you could live and not die. Wouldn't that solve it?
Oh boy, hold on, let me roll 3 dice.
That's wild.
Emotional
Rain
dice,
is
here we
asked the
go.
question. Rain needs 4 stupid dice.
14, 1, and 8. Okay. Okay, so for the first one, that natural one's gonna screw us over. Anyways, Rain doesn't give any like emotional. You can't really read Rain right now, Hellebore, very well. He just kind of his hands are clasped together, and he nods along. He seems to be listening. He doesn't outright reject the idea or anything. But you can't tell if he really agrees with this or disagrees. And how would you suppose I became a vampire, Hellebore?
Well, I mean, we would obviously have to find someone to turn you, and I mean, if, for someone to do that, they would need to be trustworthy, but like, I don't think we're going to find, anyone like as like better than you, Rain, to like do something like that, because even if we find like someone we trust, like it's like that's a lot of power to give someone, like the way he was talking about it, and and you still have like the dying soon thing, and I've been thinking, I haven't forgot about that. I've been trying to think of something we can do about it, and I mean that might work, right? Maybe I don't know how that works. It's not like I can ask Dad. He's not here. He probably wouldn't like that anyways. But not him, but another one that we could find. That's not bad or evil.
DM, quick question. I don't know, like, Rain probably doesn't know, like, a ton about vampires necessarily, but, in your world history and everything, do, people who turn other people into vampires have any form of semblance of control over them?
Yes, you witnessed that earlier this day.
That's what I thought.
When Damon attacked you with the villagers who had been friendly to you before.
Okay, I'm kind of stopping it for a moment in his step. Rain will just say, I'm going to be completely honest, Hellebore, vampirism has crossed both Nyx and I's mind before. We have thought about it, but unfortunately, the risks of being in someone else's control like that. We value our freedom, and we don't want to be enslaved to anyone else. You do have a smart idea, though. We do need someone trustworthy who will be able to potentially, at the very least, we need a backup plan. If we aren't able to stop these rituals, then we need someone who's able to complete it instead.
I may be thinking too much about this anyways. I mean, hopefully, you know, whenever Para gets back, you know, like they'll bring Dad, and you know, obviously he can just do it, and that would be like the best case situation. But
He can't. Your dad can't complete the ritual, remember?
wait, did I miss something?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
there was
one
a
of
whole thing where Mortem is not able to finish the
Mortal.
ritual.
Yeah.
because Mortem already has that power. Mortem cannot gain it.
Oh, okay, shit. Wait, no, she wouldn't say that then. Veto that.
You're
Um,
good, you're good.
um, instead, she'll just kind of nod. Mm-hmm. Um, let's just try to stop them, and then you know we won't even have to worry about that if we just stop the rituals. So yeah, let's do that.
I will think of countermeasures, just in case, though. It's always wise to have backup plans for your backup plans and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
After all. And Rain's going to kind of give Hellebore like a light little, like the tiniest little just nudge with his knuckle. Rain will give like the tiniest little nudge with his knuckle and just be like, after all, every great thief has to have many tricks up their sleeves.
Heliport can't. Like I feel like you do like the little knuckle thing, and like she does like the cat rub back. Like she does. Heliport can only respond with love.
Aw.
But she'll kind of giggle at that. We be on our way. We go. We finally leave the island. Maybe.
Alright.
Oh fuck! I forgot to tell you, Talzin. I meant to have Rain also give you a little amulet with a a little amulet. It's like a locket that definitely opens up and you know has a picture inside. But Rain would have given that for part of your disguise as well.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Alright. As you guys make your way out, we are going to call a break there. We will be back at 55 past the hour. And yeah.
Okay. Guys, we are so punked.
Please. I gotta be able to pick up 2 names. What?
Rain
Wait,
looted a
fucking
dead
what?
body. For part of Talzin's disguise, as a
That's
gift, he's
wild.
giving him the amulet he looted from the dead guys.
Oh my god.
Rain has I have a list of trinkets that Rain has.
Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go bully Talon. I mean, Talon? Tabby. I'll be back.
Wait, is Tabby not here right now? Oh goodness. Okay, have fun.
Take that as a no. Okay.
Tate, are you here?
What's up?
Join me one-on-one.
What?
Sure.
Alrighty then.
Well, I would say let's dive back into, but Tate and Ayla just dipped. So I'm confused about what to do there.
I guess we just breathe air and exist for a moment.
I guess, yeah. I'm very confused about why they did that.
It was certainly a decision.
Certainly.
Could have been a choice.
That's possible, actually.
Guys, we're back. Sorry about that. I had something very important to talk to Tate about. And oh my god, is this shit good?
Okay, you are 5 minutes late.
No, we're 4, technically.
Anyway. You guys travel to the edge of the Gamsai Isle without any interruptions, any issues. As you reach the shore, you can see the Callous Kingdom in the distance, not far from where you are. What do you do?
Rain will turn to Hellebore and just be like, alright, I believe this next part's up to you. How do you want to go about this?
So I think Hellebore will kind of walk forward and she's sort of just looking like down at the water, before sort of like giving a sigh and kind of looking back up to the sky. It'd be so much easier if, and then she's going to wild shape into a Quetzalcoatlus.
That's wild. Here we go again.
As she does, like, there's a moment after she, like, changes and shifts forms where, like, you just see this creature, like, freeze as she, like, looks, like, confusingly down at, like, the wings. And then, like, a shriek as this being just, like, starts flopping around absolutely everywhere. This is a huge creature. Like, she'll... It's probably a little concerning, but, like, she begins, like, flapping around, like, flopping, like, happy squawking sounds. Like, the happiest thing you've ever seen. Like, rolling around on, like, the back. Like, it's a full-out, like, Zoomies moment.
Oh my goodness.
She's got her flying forms, guys! I'm so fucking ready!
Fuck yeah!
Um,
Unfortunately, Fernic isn't here, so he can't enjoy not having to go in the ocean.
Yeah.
After like a few minutes, honestly, of just watching this creature flop around in ungodly ways, she kind of uprights herself and she'll like put down like a wing, like gesturing for you guys to climb aboard.
Rain will, very excitedly climb aboard and then turn around and offer a hand to Talzin.
He'll shakily take it and then let you help him hoist himself up.
Helping Talzin get situated, Rain will just say, "Don't worry, don't be scared. She's an expert at this."
Is actually just her first time.
It is, but you know, he doesn't need to know that.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah. Besides, he never specified what it is she's an expert in.
So true, bestie.
Yeah, she will take off. We should make some really good time. I have an 80-foot fly speed, and I can be in this form for 8 hours.
Holy shit, okay.
8 hours?
Yes.
Well, you have
Four and four.
Yeah, 4, and then you revert, but then 4 again. Okay.
Thousand and Rain are both pretty, like, small people.
Mm-hmm.
Not small, but, like, lightweight people. So,
Yes.
I mean, it's a huge creature. Like, those bad boys are big.
But what's its strength for? How much can it carry?
I mean...
What is the strength of a Quetzalcoatlus?
I'm checking.
And I assume it is challenge rating 1 or lower, as per... Or, no,
Well, I mean,
no,
it's
wait, no,
two,
you're a moon
yeah.
druid. Yeah, you're a moon druid.
Goon.
Hellbor's the edgy kind of druid. Despite not being edgy in the slightest. I'm kidding.
Oh, boy.
She's edgier now that she's orphaned.
Oh, absolutely.
And we love it that way.
Yeah, we do.
Hellbor's about to have their Batman arc.
Oh god.
Where is he?
Oh my god.
Where is she?
15 strength.
15. Huh.
And how big
I
is
mean-
the creature?
Huge.
Huge. Yeah, no, I mean,
Edge.
your movement speed is nearly triple your, like, walking speed normally.
900 pounds would be your carrying capacity.
Which is
which Taliesin and Rain is far less than 900 pounds.
No, that's
Just
kind of
that-
cutting it close. Rain's like, I don't know, 850, so.
50.
But it's okay, because Taliesin's only 49.
all right. So, Hellebore,
And that's being generous. He's closer to 30.
you shift. You feel your body begin to shift. Part of you is wishing that you could transform into something with wings, but you are aiming for something that can swim. But that part at the back of your mind begging for something with wings comes forth as you transform into this massive creature with a large pair of wings. Excitement courses through you as you realize what you've become. Your companions climb aboard, and after a moment of coping with the fact that you just did that, you take to the skies. With incredible speed and grace. A bit of struggle at first as you try to get used to this new form, as you fly over. Within 20 minutes, you are above the Callous Kingdom. Do you continue to fly towards Ivasteria?
That's some
Okay,
good time.
Shot down.
Really quick, when we get close, there's a mountain area, right? Okay, when we get close to the mountain, Rain would kind of tap Hellebore a few times, like hey, we need to be set down.
Okay. Yeah, she. Well, another thing, about like another, good part that wouldn't completely trivialize travel is I assume, well, I don't just assume, I know, Talon, you said that dinosaurs don't really exist anymore. So if someone sees this like flying around, I'm sure it would be kind of like, oh wow, this is not this is not a thing. So yeah, she will land and not spark panic.
So, is she landing on the shore then?
Um,
Or is she gonna fly to the mountain area like Rain wants?
she'll do what Rain wants.
Okay. You touch down on a high point within the mountain range. Ivasteria below you, as the form unfolds and you find yourself back as the half tabaxi displacer thing form setting down your companions.
The transformation's tonight, correct?
Well, that Hellebore is already like gathered everyone together. Like she's Talon, you're in on it whether you want to be or not. She's like group hugging like all of you, like squealing. Like she's so happy. Did you see? 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 The wings, they were huge! Huge!
You were huge! That was amazing! Oh, I've never flown like that before. Oh my god, we gotta do that again at some point.
Taliesin is like reeling back from everything that is happening right now. Rain is being like a happy person. That wasn't the thing that happened before.
I imagine Rain is also just like, also like a group in the group hug, like actively hugging the both of them.
Oh, Rain has stepped up.
Positive physical contact. This is new. This never happens. What the fuck?
But Hellebore is still excited. Kind of just like I don't know, like if there's like a bird like flying or something, she'll kind of like point at it. That can be me now. That's insane. I've worked like my entire life, like 90 whole years to like do that, and it's just never happened. Like I always try, like every single night, like whenever you see me standing there and I'm just like standing there, like it's me trying to turn into a bat, but a bat. She's gonna turn into a bat.
Let's go.
You successfully transform into a bat.
Rain is going to like very happily just like hold out his hands, granting Helivore an area to land.
This bat flies at your face and just wraps its wings around you.
Oh my god. Rain is going to like very like ecstatically just like pet the bat as carefully as possible.
Oh my god. This you have never seen a bat move in this manner before. Like it's literally it's almost like she's having a fucking seizure. She's just like she doesn't know what to fucking do. She's so happy. Like the squeaks and like little bat sounds like probably like echoing on top of this mountain. Like she is so fucking happy. I imagine like her obviously like first instinct was to turn into a vampire bat. So like you see like a little like white vampire bat with her her weird ass eyes. This is gonna go on for a few minutes, but eventually she'll turn back. I imagine like she turns back like still hugging Rain and looks up. She's crying, a mixture, mostly happy. You kind of there's hints of other, you know, emotions in there. She just kind of sniffles. Dad's gonna be so happy when he sees that, right?
He's gonna love it, Helivore. And Rain will just, you know, return a hug. About at this time, DM, what time is it in the day?
It's probably about like 4 p.m.-ish.
Okay. So, God,
Yeah.
we recently leveled up, right?
Yes.
Tate and I have been talking, and, you know,
God.
I was, Rain, we're gonna have Talzin pretty much teach Rain, one of their spells, if that's cool with you, so that Rain has access to this spell now, and if you're cool with that, because, like, we've got a plan on how to deal
Well,
with
you get 2 from leveling, so I imagine we just flavor one of them as all.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Oh,
I
it
wanted.
is worth noting you're both wizards, right? You both have
Exactly.
spellbooks,
Yeah,
which
you-
means like you can learn from each other's spellbook like very easily.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Rain's going to, so Rain is going to turn, so that we can do this actually in game and in roleplay. Rain's going to, after a little bit of letting Helibor have their emotional moments and everything, Rain's going to be like, Helibor, you transform tonight, right?
No. Tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow night,
Tomorrow
right?
night? Okay,
Yeah.
that gives us even more time to set up and prepare. Perfect. That, and then, okay, so Rain is going to ask Helivor, I don't know if it's a great idea for us to go into the city when they could already be there. We could spend the day trying to gather information if you want. That's definitely going to have benefits, but we could use it to like get chains and everything. We will probably be noticed though if we're not careful. More than likely we'll be noticed if we're wandering around in the city. However, we could also stay up here and enter into the city, not last minute, but later than they would probably expect. How do you want to go about this?
Well, I kind of what I was like initially thinking is that we sort of take a look beforehand. I I also, like, kind of looking at the city, like, are we within a distance where she might be able to, like, see people walking around kind of thing? Or, like, are we way too far for that?
You are a ways off the path with where you touch down. I don't imagine you would see anyone, but it is theoretically possible.
Okay. Okay. She just kind of glances, like, down at the town and then back to Rain. I did want to see what the situation is like beforehand. I mean, you remember when we went through Azius, right? And it was like no one, like I assume they either killed them or they took them or they did something. There was no one there, and like it's been a while since then. They could have taken over that town. There could not be like people anymore. So I did want to see before we go in last minute, to see what it's like. Or, I mean, we don't even know where the ritual's technically going to be. I mean, unless they're going to have it like in the middle of town. But it might be like, I don't know, in like a house or like somewhere hidden, I would think.
Okay. So, do you want to go? We've still got some time. Do we want to rest up now so we can be ready to head out first light, fresh and early in the morning? And then when we are done, come back up here and hole up for a bit? Or do we want to go now and we won't have as much time? I personally think we should wait till tomorrow.
I mean, admittedly, I am kind of exhausted. After that was a lot. I wouldn't mind sleeping. Talon, do I know, since she's from the kingdom and she's had to go chain shopping many times, do I know if there's anywhere that I could find something like that in Ivisteria?
Your best shot's going to be Pearl Sight.
Okay.
But even then, sometimes they aren't in stock.
That.
It's okay, don't worry. We've got a plan. I've been like, I'm so excited that honestly we don't have either of the dads for this transformation, and it's a big one.
Oh boy, this could go bad.
No, I've literally been having this plan since the second time Helibor transformed, okay? Things are finally coming to, whatever the fuck it is called.
Fruition.
Fruition.
Ayla, you think this one's gonna be bad? Just wait for the next one.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. So anyways,
What the fuck does that mean, guys?
Heliport is going to, kind of think about this for a moment, and just kind of sigh. I think let's rest and do it tomorrow. I don't think I'll reasonably be able to get replacement chains by then, but I mean, they usually don't break on the first one anyways. I mean, that's usually not a thing. I'm just, after what happened, I'm just, it'll be okay. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
Talon, I did just want to check. I don't know, like, I wanted to see, so, like, I know that Tabby did want to, like, the next session that we have, actually be able to, like, play. Since Normally we have to stop at 10 because she leaves. Are any of you busy to go on after that, or do you have plans? So that we can do things and hopefully give her more time to actually come in, if that makes sense.
Wait, what?
If I
What's
remember
They
from my
they both plan on streaming after this, so.
if I remember from my discussions with Tabby, she was wanting to sit out for a few sessions, and it was you who wanted her back as soon as possible.
Tori.
That's really funny.
Okay. If it makes sense, I can come in next session. That is fine.
Tori, I see what you're doing here.
No, you little motherfucker. We were on break. No, we were on break, and that little shithead said, "Oh man, I'm not
hold on.
definitely
You're
not gonna
the
be
one
able to
that
come
said
in
that.
next week." No,
my
you
Oh
didn't.
no, I did say that because I was like, yeah, you guys are still on the island. Yeah, like there's no reason I would come in next week. But I am
You
fine
didn't
if
say
it
it like that.
defends
You didn't say it like that.
You
Miscommunication.
motherfucker.
Mom and mom are fighting again.
Hey, listen
Alan,
here, guys.
I am on record now saying if it makes sense, I am okay being introduced next session. If it doesn't make sense, I'm okay with sitting out. I wouldn't want it to be forced to make sense.
Tabby, pick one. We can make both make sense, okay?
No, you can't. Not with the way we have this set up.
Watch me.
Talon, it's up to you.
I'm not going to make a call until the end of this session. We are ending at the usual time,
Okay.
so we should continue with the session.
Man, Tori's over here just wanting to play a little bit longer, guys. Let Tori have her turn. Okay. Really quick, I just want to double check something. So I'm just now leveling up Rain's character sheet, guys.
Classic Ayla.
When learning spells from each other, should I metagame and take spells that I know Taliesin probably doesn't have? That way we can learn from each other. How long does it take to learn spells from another wizard?
It still costs money.
Still the same process.
How much money?
Can
typically
I
does it-
answer the questions that are being directed at me, please?
Go ahead, God.
So, rules as written, it is 50 gold per level of the spell. However, I think that is very expensive. So I rule it as 20 gold per level of the spell. You also need an hour per level of the spell.
Okay. This will work fine then.
And
Where does the gold go?
it's 20 gold's worth of special paper and ink.
Okay. So we need to go get special paper and ink then.
Mm-hmm. Which you should
Alright.
be able to get in Pearlsight or any of the major cities for places within the kingdom that you could get it. Within Asunia, any of the major cities, Falshire and Kalana, you could probably get it. Within the Empire, you could probably get it in any of the major cities. And that's it.
Duly noted.
But you learn 2 new spells for free upon level up.
Yeah, for this, we're just gonna flavor the one as that because silly.
Out of curiosity, what spell is it?
Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Yeah, Ray needs to learn that one for tomorrow.
Just put her in a cave and Lehman's Tiny Hut the entrance.
That's what we're gonna do!
Oh my
Exactly
god.
the plan.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good
That's
plan.
pretty smart.
I've literally had like it on. I've written it down like ages ago. Like, I actually got the idea from playing Luna. Funnily enough. But yes, I've had the Leomund Tiny Hut plan for so long, and also when I realized that Talisman was going to be a wizard, I'm like, if push comes to shove, maybe we can like make a dome of tiny huts, sort of, to trap Hellebore in if ever needed, or an enemy.
Didn't the Critical Role Campaign 2 party do something similar, fighting a white dragon?
Mhm.
Probably.
I thought that was one of the coolest moments in Campaign 2.
I actually have not seen that moment, so.
I think I saw like an animation
Very
of
good
it,
moment.
like years ago.
Yeah, because basically what happened was they angered this dragon that was way too strong for them to fight normally. And they were like in its den, so Caleb fucking bolted and then cast Leomund's tiny hut, and the rest of the party fled to that, and they kind of fought it from within the hut.
That's fucked up, but I love it.
They also had to teleport out of there from the hut.
Mm-hmm.
Leomund's Tiny Hut is so broken. I love that spell. It's one of my top, like, 5 spells.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what are you doing today before? Because you have about 4 to 6 hours before sunset.
I think right now everyone should be probably. I think we would spend this time going over like our game plan, what we're gonna be doing, backup plans, escape plans. Rain is probably going to actually summon his familiar. Which means
Is it gonna be revealed?
oh boy, it's gonna be revealed.
What are you summoning the familiar as? Is it still a goat?
We're gonna make it a crow.
Okay.
No.
You summon the familiar. It kind of looks.
No, be different. Have it be a dove.
I will not have it be a dove.
Womp womp.
It kind of looks at its black feathered wings and looks back up at you. Thank you, Master, for resummoning me. This is a very interesting form. How may
Have you ever had
How may I be of assistance to you today?
I imagine Rain's like doing this sort of like not necessarily right by the party, but like still within like eyesight and earshot of them, because you know he will never leave them out of eyesight and earshot now.
Fair.
Rain is just going to kind of hold out a hand for the familiar to be able to.
Jumps up on your hand.
Do you like this form?
This is a nice form. I like this. How may I be of your assistance, Master?
First of all, you don't have to call me Master. That's, I don't. If you don't mind, you can call me Rain.
But you are my master.
But I would like us to be friends. I want that to be your first task. Is let's try to be friends, okay?
Understood, Master Rain.
And between, well, you and me, I do need to apologize for how I treated you before. That wasn't right of me. I'm sorry. I was emotional and compromised. I'll make it up to you, okay?
It's okay. It is a familiar's job to be a punching bag. Literally or verbally.
I will never try to do that to you, though. That's not right.
I once had a master who would only summon me when they were struggling with creating new spells, and they would just talk to me about the spell until they talked themselves into discovering the problem.
I know exactly what post you're referencing.
Tells it over there and be like, wait a minute. I know that dude.
He's the one that whipped me the hardest. No.
Rain is going to spend a few minutes kind of explaining the situation a little bit to his friend, to Felix. Or that was the name, right?
I think
I'm gonna
that's what,
feel
I think
so dumb.
Felix is what we settled on. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna feel so bad if I forgot the name and have the wrong
I'm pretty
name.
sure it is Felix.
I forgot the name, but Felix sounds right.
It is Felix, because I was thinking Felix the cat.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Hi, Tabby.
Boy, Tams!
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll make... Oh. Bye, Tabby.
Caleb, what were you going to say? I will relay the message.
I was just wanting to wish Tabby a wonderful day at work and just, all the best things in life because Tabby's amazing and we love Tabby. I understand if Tabby doesn't get the full message though.
Anyway, go on.
Okay. So, Rain will continue filling in Felix and then also ask Felix, would you be okay with doing something for me? It could be potentially dangerous.
Of course. That's my job.
I want you to fly down into town, do a little scouting, and see if you can figure out any information, see if you find anyone that looks suspicious. Just like anything that you can think of or see. We're looking, of course, for the potential ritual site. You know what the situation is.
I shall make my way to Ivastaria to look for any suspicious individuals or suspicious ritual type locations.
And be careful. Okay?
Of course. I would not be able to report back to you if I was destroyed.
Of course. It's very important that if you need to, get out of there to the best of your ability, okay?
Of course. I would hate to be an inconvenience to you.
Good luck. And Rain's going to send his familiar down.
Felix flies off towards Ivastaria.
And Rain's going to turn to the others in the group. Alright, I sent them off to go, check out the city, okay?
Notably, Hellebore, Rain was acting noticeably different than he normally acts with Harper.
Oh yeah. No, like 100%.
Hunched over, like trying to have
They were
assertive
actually
conversation.
communicating like normal people. There wasn't just ma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Talzin has no frame of reference that this is weird, but Hellebore would definitely recognize it as weird.
Talzin has no clue what's going on. He's preparing to cast Lehman's tiny hat.
I mean, Albert absolutely still would have told him all about Harper and stuff, but
Oh
yeah.
Anyway. He just kind of assumes that that was Harper. That's just them being silly and quirky.
Hellebore ain't buying it. She was kind of watching this, with confusion and concern.
I imagine Hellebore would probably hear an apology as well. So, I don't know, maybe they're fighting.
She just kind of watches the crow fly away, with a head tilt. Was that Harper?
They're checking out the city right now. I'm gonna have them try to gather some information on where the ritual is. All that. From then, they will be able to. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some good inside information.
I'm an insight.
Tell me
Great roll
the
perception.
deception.
Something in here sounds suspicious.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is so. What is Rain's deception? This deceptive motherfucker. Oh, he's actually got a good one. But not good enough. Probably not for one of Tori's characters. It's gonna be a 12.
My D4 is stuck. I was going to guidance that, but I don't really need to. That's a 23.
Oh my fucking god. Rain is acting off. He's acting usually with Harbor, like, there's that very, like, relaxed, like, he can trust Harbor. Like, even when they're mad and upset at each other, they're still at ease around each other. Maybe a bit tense, but, like, something is wrong, and you've also never seen Harbor really as a crow before. The familiar that flew off, everything about the situation is wrong and screaming wrong to you.
Even with a 23, even the way the crow held itself seemed different than Harbor. It seemed to hold itself in a much more subservient way than Harbor's.
I'm
kind
the
of-
one in charge.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, it is, in retrospect, it is obvious that Harbor is an archfey. The way that Harbor holds herself, the way that she defies Rain constantly, is exactly the way that an archfey would act, that someone who grew up with power would act. But, obviously, that's not something that you would have assumed looking at a random familiar, but since you know now that Harbor is the same Archfey Harbor, it is so obvious in retrospect. This crow does not look like an Archfey. This crow almost reminds you of Talzin, the way it carries itself.
That I hate how correct that is. I hate how correct that is.
Oh man.
Damn, we got 3 familiars in this party.
It's okay.
Characters.
Wait, does this mean everyone gets a familiar? You know, Rain has his familiar, Todd has, wait, no, not Todd.
That's wild.
Hellebore is Todd's familiar. Like, everyone can fight me on that. It'd be what it be.
Brady Castalden.
Like hell's Talzin, that's wild.
You know Fernic is gonna top Talzin.
I'm sorry, what? You want to reword that a little bit?
Wait, what?
What did you say? Re-say what you just said.
Fernic is going to adopt Talzin.
Oh!
Oh my god. I heard top.
We all heard
Two.
top.
I heard
Yeah.
the 3 of us did.
Mhm.
We all thought you said top.
No!
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck, guys? Oh my god.
What do you expect from this group, Rain? Ayla?
Not that.
Then lower your expectations.
Okay, you gotta keep in mind, like, that's not the first thing that I actually think about. I have to be, like, in the silly, goofy mood in order to be like, haha, sex jokes.
Anyway. Moving on.
Your mom's gay. Anyways, you lost the game. Oh no.
Rocks fall, rain dies. Moving on.
Good.
It's okay. We got the crow, guys.
Well,
We
no,
have
it's
no-
bound to you. If you die, it disappears. It goes back to the Feywild, finds a new master. Unless you get
No,
revivified. of
I
course.
meant para.
Oh, yeah.
Just gotta get, 220 gold.
Anyway.
Um,
Continue.
with that, Hellebore, her eyes kind of widen and almost like a silent panic, as you can see, like, the concern grows and she looks almost scared, as she kind of moves to, like, stand up, and doesn't, like, approach Rain, but, like, is almost, looks like she's about to.
I imagine Rain
Rain-
probably. Oh, go ahead.
Where's Harbor at? That's not them.
I imagine Rain, probably like after that, had turned around to start prepping up camp, and when asked that, they kind of freeze and stop doing their task. Harbor's away for a little bit right now. But they'll be back, don't worry. I've got it handled. Let's, Rain's going to kind of spin around and, with a slight smile on his face. Besides, we got you to worry about right now. We need to make sure that, we get everything situated and set up for you, okay?
Teleport know the way that familiars work, as in, like, you don't get another one until something happens to the previous one? Is that a thing?
I mean, Harbor doesn't have, or not Harbor, Helibor doesn't have a familiar, so I don't think she would really understand how they work.
I mean, that's also not even a druid spell.
I mean, you do get Wild Companion, which is the same thing.
Yeah, true. I didn't take it though because yeah. Either way, I don't think I can't see a good reason why she would know that. She still looks very suspicious though. Are they okay? I mean, are you guys just like having a fight right now or something? I mean, she's okay, right?
Rain is going to walk over to Helibor, put a hand on her shoulder and just, do a little shrug. I know that if I tell you it's okay, they're okay, then later on you'll be more upset, but to be honest, I don't know for sure. We do have other things we need to focus on though, Helibor. That's why I didn't bring it up until now. And even then, we do have other things we need to keep our minds on. I don't know where Harper is right now, and I'm the type of person to usually assume the worst and think the worst, but I'll hope for the best, for Harper's sake.
How long has this been like this? Have they been gone since the Feywild?
Rain kind of like gives like this grimace as you realize, Helibor, you've kind of hit it like dead on. I don't know, to be honest. Harbor and I were having a slight fight, and when I went to summon Harbor later on, right before Fernic was supposed to be heading off, Harbor never showed. And so I don't know at what point in time Harbor either got in trouble or decided to move on.
I don't think they would just leave you like that.
I don't think so either, but things can change and people can change. I just hope Harbor's okay.
I'm sure she is. I mean, very whimsical. Maybe I don't know. She just felt like a vacation or something. You know. I'm sure it's not. It's probably not anything bad. Hopefully.
We'll look into it after we deal with these current objectives.
Okay, you're right. We probably can't do anything about it right now anyways. Okay, yeah, let's get everything ready.
Rain will kind of, again, his entire mood just like shifts a bit, and he reaches up and ruffles Helibor's hair a bit, you know, getting right in between the ears. Don't worry about it, okay?
It's the instant mood shift. Like, how to make Hellebore happy. It's like she basically has like a button behind her ears. Like it's like behind the ear scritches. Okay, it's like happiness, instant serotonin. Like immediately she begins to purr and smile.
All right, let's try to come up with something for dinner. I know Todd wasn't a great cook. Neither was Fernick.
What?
Not Tartara. Tate.
I'll fight you.
Go right ahead. After insulting both dads, Rain is going to go kind of pull Hellebore along to Taliesin, and they're going to start situating up camp. They're going to the area they landed. DM, is it a place that has like a good view of the city? Or will they be spotted from the city up here?
You definitely would not be spotted from any city. But if you're talking about Ivastaria, the town, you wouldn't be spotted from there, but you can you do have a decent view off in the distance of Ivastaria.
Okay, so if like not city, sorry, since you're so specific about, having be called a town,
Well, it's not a
since
city.
fair, I'm just, silly. So if
I think the
the
word super is stupid.
hey, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
For yourself, coward.
Oh, fuck me. I'm sorry. If the town suddenly combusts, we'll know. Good to know. Wait, since it's a town, doesn't mean it's more flammable.
Oh god.
Easier to raise.
We're going to rain down fire upon them.
Can't do the ritual if we kill all the sacrifices.
Exactly.
Oh my god. That's wild.
We're gonna be the bigger evil person.
The dads aren't even gone. Like, well, one of them not even for 24 hours, and we're like, okay, I am the only course of action is to burn this town down.
The only course of action is arson.
Choice between two evils? Nah, I'll make a third one.
Look, we're gonna become such
No.
evil entities that the bad guys are gonna have to team up with the good guys to stop us. Watch this.
That's wild.
Alright, so, anyways, setting everyone up, does Taliesin cast a tiny hut?
He will.
Alright, upon seeing, how does he cast this? I'm curious.
I like to think the way this works is that, he like nicks like a finger or something, and then, the minute he is spent casting he's just kind of walking around in a circle, kind of like outlining where it's gonna be with the blood, with his own blood, as he kind of draws a circle and then steps into it, and then the hut forms.
Rain has his notebook out, and then he looks down after that happened and just, starts taking notes. And after he completes the notes, he will just say, very interesting spell. What's it called?
I'm not sure. I just kind of figured it out. I didn't really have time to remember the names.
Oh, well, what do you call it? I feel like the person itself calls the spell is way more important than the official spell names.
Safety.
Safety. Ooh. Okay. What's the what does it do? Do you know? Like, what are the specifications on this
I mean,
thing?
in order for you to like ask him about it, you'd have to be in it, so you'd be seeing what it's doing. Because the spell ends when he walks out of it.
I know, but like Rain,
And I
Rain doesn't
imagine
know
he
that,
probably would have done it, like, the 10-foot area would probably have been, like, around the both of you. So you would just be chilling, and then you'd be suddenly inside of a tiny hut.
Okay.
Tiny hutted. Get captured, idiots.
We can leave.
Well, yeah, but, like, I just think that's funny.
Get tiny hutted, idiots.
I think that's just goofy. Like, the thought of the both of you, like, setting up a proper camp, and then you just suddenly get tiny hutted.
Mm-hmm.
Rain is like struggling to make a fire right now.
You only catch on to what Talzin's doing towards the end of it, and then he steps in the last couple seconds, and then he steps in, then boom, tiny hut.
Boom, tiny hut, everyone's warm.
Everyone is suddenly just chilling.
Ah, fuck.
Hmm?
I forget that we could have totally taken some bodies and, Wait, no.
Go on.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm just, necromancy,
For real.
Just use D-Ray's body.
Right?
My god.
Would that be too far?
Alibor would not let you do a necromantic ritual with T-Rex body, I'm sorry.
Phoebus.
I love the fact that, like, I have it as Rain struggles to make fires because he tries to do it the traditional way when he has fire spells.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds correct.
Alright. As you erect the tiny hut, with only 24 hours until Helibor's next transformation.
Was it just me or did, like, everything cut out?
That was just you. With 24 hours until Helibor's next chaos transformation, you set up camp ready to rest. Felix returns, having not spotted... Oh. Welcome back, Rain.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, I did not hear anything you said. My internet apparently went out. That's what happened.
Ah, okay. Then in that case, as you erect the tiny hut, just 24 hours until Helibor's next chaos transformation, you prepare to rest. Felix returns with information about no clear ritual site or anyone oddly suspicious within Eye of Asteria. And eventually sleep takes you.
Wait, are we not doing watches?
I imagine you would, but nothing's going to happen. So,
I just want to, as a note though, Rain totally is going to like volunteer to take the first watch and then let the kids sleep for longer than,
Oh,
like
adorable.
just a little bit longer than normal.
But as
Oh my fucking god. I'm disconnecting again.
I will give Rain a moment. Alright. Welcome back, Rain. Rain, you there? Hang on. I'll just put this back on for now.
Are you alive?
Oh, she's gone again. She's back.
Oh?
Oh?
Yes, we can hear you.
Alright.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Did you guys hear what I said?
No.
Okay, just like as a little thing, Rain would volunteer to take the first
Oh,
watch.
no, we did hear
when
that.
he- Okay.
As sleep takes you, however, it is not as restful as you may have hoped. For as you sleep, dreams come to you.
Hello?
Hello?
Sorry, I'm having massive connection issues, so every time you go super quiet, I'm like, oh shit, did I disconnect again?
For as sleep takes you, dreams plague you. As you fall into slumber, Talzin,
Oh god.
Hellebore,
Oh god.
during Rain's watch, the two of you dream. The two of you see an ever-expanding realm of dark. You see shadow everywhere, stretching all around you. And it feels like you're falling. Rapidly falling through the void. And then, weightless. You are no longer falling, as you seem to float weightlessly within this void. All of your senses blank. You cannot hear, you cannot feel, you cannot taste, you cannot see. Only this numb sensation all around you. Like pins and needles in your skin. And a voice cuts through it all. As you suddenly find yourself stood on stone, as a voice says, "Come to me." Your feet touch stone and the world fades in around you. You are running through a stone street. buildings rising around you look old. But not old as in they have been standing for a long time, old as in these buildings were built a long time ago. As you run through the forest of stone, run through a concrete jungle, the echo of footsteps against the stone pathways, as you hear the voice again, "Come to me," and you feel desperation. You have to reach the voice. You have to reach her. As you run, but you realize you are not the only one running. As all around you, you see people running. And they all look afraid. They are running from something. Instinctively, you turn your head back to see nothing. There is nothing behind you. You feel no fear, only determination, as the voice calls out again, "Come to me!" You see a palace in the distance, and only then do you notice the streets are soaked in blood. People are screaming, people are afraid, but all you have is determination. You do not know where you are, you do not know when you are, all you know is that you must reach her. As you see the palace growing closer, the front door becoming visible, already are they thrown open? Except no, they're not. They've been thrown off their hinges. Someone has broken down the palace doors. You hurry up the steps as people flee away from the palace, away from you. Your feet run up the cobblestone stairs and into a smooth marble floor as you hear the echo of boots on the floor. You pass by bodies, hundreds of dead. Guards bearing a sigil that you recognize. But it's not some historical sigil, it's not some crest. The sigil is the mark of the Callous Kingdom, your homeland. As you move through the palace, you see large doors ahead of you, one of which has been knocked off its hinges and fallen backwards into the room, and you see the throne room. Sat on the throne, gravely injured, is a woman. Blue hair that you can see the stars themselves in. She's bleeding from a wound in her chest as she looks up to you, to both of you. But just you. You are the only one there. You are both witnessing this dream from the same perspective at the same time. The woman appears to be a satyr. Black horns curled back on her head, a beautiful golden laurel wreath, the mark of the Callous Kingdom's royalty. A wound in her chest and blood from several places, including falling from her hairline, and a missing eye as she looks at you. And she looks dejected. Her eyes linger for a long moment before she says, "Have you come here to kill me, then?" You do not respond. Simply move towards her. As she looks, "I have not lived long enough to say that I'm satisfied. But I have ruled well enough to say that I know I will be remembered. Do it. Kill me and see what happens. Because it's not going to be what you think." You hesitate. Or whoever you're witnessing this memory through hesitates. As she says, "I know the pain you are suffering, but that does not mean that does not justify any of this. You do not respond. But if you are going to kill me, then get it over with. Don't leave me waiting, wondering, and hoping. If you're going to kill me, kill me. If you're going to spare me, leave and never return to this kingdom." One more moment's hesitance before you reach forward, and in the blink of an eye, your hand has pierced her neck. Pulling back, clawed hands, clawed fingers, elongated, dripping with blood. It almost looks as though you have dagger blades for fingers. As her body falls. And you wake up. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Wow.
Thank you all for coming. And I will see you all next week. Where we see what happens the next Chaos Moon.